What is up, everybody? It's Receiver today. Now we're going to talk about this thing that happened when Sony signed the 10-year contract with Nintendo. This happened as well because Sony didn't sign the agreement. So, an executive, a person who has a big position in Activision Blizzard, she made a meme about Sony and the whole Microsoft Activision Blizzard situation. So she made a meme of Sony riding on a bike. Sony is sabotaging themselves and refuse to accept guaranteed long-term access to Call of Duty. Then Sony falls and says, what if we lose access to Call of Duty? Saying that they don't, because they're being so hard-headed, being so stubborn with the whole the Activision Blizzard thing pretty much going through at this point. They've been so stubborn. They pretty much sabotage themselves at this point. So she made this meme, and the whole gaming media cried like little babies about this. They were saying how she's so unprofessional. How dare she do this? I have never seen grown men this salty and this butthurt over what one person did. That was very tame as this. Like, geez. I've seen grown men clutching their pearls over this meme right here. I'm like, geez, like really? Like really crying over this? So much so the people got called out. The gaming industry really showed their bias in this situation right here. So we had one guy, Christopher Drink of Games Industry Biz, deletes his Twitter account after getting called out for lying. So he made some type of article or something talking about what she was doing. And a part that I guess that pissed this lady off was that he said that she tweeted this mail out during, I guess, like some type of interview or something type of important meeting, and she said no. She says, would you mind please correcting us? I appreciate how important you make me sound, and you might have a right to your opinions, but I definitely did not tweet this during the hearing, perhaps confusion due to time zones. Okay, so she called him out saying, hey, why are you lying on me, pretty much essentially, and then he closed his account. And then you had other Sony fanboys, other clowns were saying, hey, he closed his account because Xbox guys bullied him off the internet. But it's like, really? Xbox guys bullied this grown man off the internet. That was just fascinating. It's like, no, this dude was posting incorrect BS. It was like, he gets called out for posting BS and he closes his account because it's too hot for this dude to handle. So he closes his account. And I think he brought back his account shortly after. So yeah, he reactivated his account. So at the end of the day, he shut it down because it was too much heat for this guy to handle being a Sony fanboy. Because these journalists came out, they all came out. That Sony fanboyism flag was flying high. They just couldn't contain it. Like we had another guy. This guy, I guess he's a VGC as well, professional reporter at VGC News, calls Xbox fans the most embarrassing fan base on their entire planet. And it's like, really? I guess this guy didn't hear about the doctor fanboy who had a guy on the operating table while trying to say how much he loves PlayStation. We didn't hear about that guy. Or the Sony fans sending the God of War Ragnarok developers D-pics. Like, we just ignored that, really? Oh man! But the Xbox was the most embarrassing fan base because she made a meme that you guys were super butthurt about. So their bias is definitely being shown right now. This exposed a lot of people's bias right now. So let me see. Oh, then we had this guy, Patrick Klepek, who says extremely normal behavior by everyone involved. So we got the picture of her giving the meme again. There's like people saying, hey, the meme was pretty funny. Just saying the meme was funny. Then they look down into his tweet history. And he made a statement back like a few years ago. Saying, there's a reason I let my kid use my Xbox One controller as a pacifier today. I haven't turned it on in months. This guy's supposed to be a neutral, but he's saying the Xbox is pretty much trash. Now he lets his kid use it as a pacifier. But he wants to say, hey, it's completely unprofessional for what this lady did. Like, really? When you supposed to be a neutral, you saying your Xbox One is used for a pacifier for your kid? Like, come on, bro. Come on. The bias is definitely out there. Then, once again, these people so outraged, clutching their pearls about the meme that she did. Where was this outrage when Sony did this? This is how we share games by Sony. What was this? This was like doing Xbox One, PS4 generation. This is how we share games. When you had this guy hand a game over right to this guy. Like, really? No outrage about this, but we're so outraged about So outraged about what this lady wrote. The gaming media be like happy when they see this. This is how we share our games. This is how PlayStation share our games. But upset when this lady posted this. It's like, really? This meme is so accurate right here. What a bunch of hypocrites. Bunch of hypocrites, bro. I was like, that Sony bias is definitely showing. I can excuse the D-pics to devs, but I draw the line at memes about my favorite piece of plastic. Oh, man. They also doxed confidential patient information while performing surgery on them. Dr. Fanboy strikes again, but they don't recall that. I didn't see any stories of the game media about that guy. But Xbox guys are just the most embarrassing guys on the planet, right? Or the death threats. Oh, yeah, I can't forget about that. She's still getting death threats to this very day. The Last of Us 2 Abby actress, she got death threats because of what the character did to Joel in the video game. But nope, the Xbox fans are just embarrassing to that one clown. It's like, really? Like, this is why people just don't trust the gaming media because a lot of these guys are just Sony biased fanboys at this point, and they just can't contain it. Like, this lady posted a meme, and these guys just couldn't help it. They had to be Captain Save of Sony right at this point. Like, really? Everybody knows Sony's being ridiculous with this whole Call of Duty thing. It's just like sign a contract for 10 years and move on with your day at this point. Like, make some exclusives, bring back your exclusive content that can compete with Call of Duty and stop crying like little babies. Everybody sees this at this point, but yeah. It is just hilarious. To be offended by Xbox players over something so tame is so odd. Yeah. This is what they're offended over. Like, really? They're offended over this meme right here. They're so offended by this. It's just so unprofessional. Really? So she can't make a meme because she has a high position in Activision? People were saying that she should be fired over this meme. I was legit seeing comments on one thread saying she should be fired. She's super unprofessional. And I'm like, really? Oh, man. So I guess if you got a high position anywhere, you just can't make jokes at all. You just can't make a character joke at all. You got to be super serious at all times. And this was a light joke. Like, it was like something that's super offensive. Like, bruh. Jeez. This is embarrassing. Professional journalists should do better than this. This is nothing compared to the Xbox fanboy doctor who doxed the patient. Wait a minute. That was a Sony guy who did that. But no, none of these guys said a peep about that like they usually do. Whenever Sony does something crazy, not a peep, but when it's something somewhat related to Xbox doing it, is like, oh, you gotta be outraged. What is going on here? Once again, they laughed at this. Sony being super unprofessional, if they want to call them professional. Most Xbox guys said, hey, this is stupid, whatever. They moved on, but these guys were they're just the pearl clutcher from that one meme that the lady did. It's just insane. So, like I said before, I was related to this news. This happened like maybe a few days ago, but better late than never. But it was just ridiculous that the game media they were so outraged about that meme. Like, and really, this one lady got these guys so buttered, and it's just fascinating. But I'm gonna include it right here. I don't know why they were so offended. Maybe because they couldn't. The Sony fanboy bias just had to come out at this point. They were so offended by this. How dare did she do this? When it's like it's a light joke. Get over it. It's like, if you are clutching your pearls and so offended by this, then I don't know what. You must live a real sheltered life if this really offended you. Like, you must have a really sheltered life at this point. Like, this light meme is not offensive at all. Like, it's nothing at all. But okay. People were really offended by this, but I am going to include it right here. Definitely want to see your thoughts down below about this. If people were offended by this, leave a like if you like this video. And as always, thanks for watching, and peace.